Good afternoon, everyone. Jonathan Davis here with Davis AutoSports. Very excited to offer you guys, as you'll see in this video, a gorgeous 2005 Jeep Wrangler TJ Sport with 72,000 original and documented miles. Now, this is a pre-listing video. For a lot of you guys that follow us, you are familiar with our pre-listings. For you guys that are maybe watching this for the very first time, usually when we get a Jeep in an inventory like this one, it will sit at our facility, get into production, to get reconditioned, serviced, all that good stuff. And sometimes that can take up to 1 to 2 months to get it done. So what we do, as soon as we get a vehicle in, we do a pre-listing to show you the starting condition, and then on our website, and a little bit in this video, I'll actually go through some of the things that we're going to do to it. That way, as it's getting done, you have the opportunity to purchase it. And I would say about 90% of our vehicles that we do a pre-listing of, like we are doing with this particular one, do sell during that process. So once again, 2005, 72,000 miles. Also, please keep in mind with our pre-listings, we have not reconditioned this Jeep. This is exactly the way we got it in. I mean, there's still dirt on the tires and everything else. Also, it is pollen season here, so you're going to see pollen on the Jeep. All we did to this Jeep this morning was give it a quick bath, and it is one of the cleanest Jeeps that I'm the owner of Davis Autosports, have bought in very recent time. It's extremely clean inside and out, undercarriage, and best of all, it has a lot of tasteful upgrades that aren't overdone. But I'll do a quick walk around just so you can see the overall look of the Jeep, and then I'll get into some more information as to what we're going to do to the Jeep, both service-wise and reconditioning-wise. Jeep is sitting on a 2-inch Rubicon Express suspension lift, as well as newer BFG tires. So I'll go through what the Jeep currently has and what we'll do to it. So obviously, starting up front, 2 full sets of PIA upgraded round lights. You can look those lights up online. They're about $350 per set. So plenty of lighting up front. Another thing that I initially noticed right away, all of the fender flares, which we typically repaint here, the previous owner has already done that. These are not the original finished flares. They have been painted, which is a good thing, so they're not faded. I will also take note, the paint on this thing is in absolutely incredible condition before we've touched it. So once we paint correct it and compound it and buff it and polish it and seal it, it's going to be that much nicer. But the sun is literally shining directly down. We're not in a shaded area, and then look how nice the black paint is on this thing. You only get that from someone that really took phenomenal care of their Jeep. So nice rocker guards as well. Those look to be brand spanking new. Top of the line rack. You can look these racks up online. They're very, very expensive. By looking at the hardware just recently installed, I mean, these racks are upwards of $3,000 online. This is a somewhat of a ladder. That's what it's designed to do. Step up on the bumper. First step of the ladder part here, work your way up for cargo up there. Also, you can easily, obviously, step on the tire to get access, but if you actually wanted to get up there, that's what that's for. Pretty cool there. As noted, 2-inch Rubicon suspension lift all the way around. Rubicon shocks. Pretty much like new BFG tires. If you look at the tread right there, still have the nipples on there. That is going to be a 31 10.5 15. Obviously, bull bar on the front bumper, and the paint on this thing is it's in phenomenal condition. Rear flare shows very, very well. They have been finished. The hard top itself is in excellent condition. We also have the full soft top with all the hardware, every single component for the soft top to make it 100% a soft top Jeep. We have even the doors are in the original Jeep bag in the back that I'll show you guys here in a moment as well. Front grille is in great condition. Hood's in great condition. I mean, this thing just shows so well. No fading on the cowl. Windshield's in great condition. All the seals around the windshield are in great condition. I mean, this thing really shows unbelievably well. And then keep in mind, guys, you're looking at this Jeep in this condition before we even touched it. So once we're done with it, it's going to look that much better. And if you take a look down the body panel, straight as can be. Beautiful reflection in the paint. Also, the way these tops are designed, these racks, you don't have to take the rack off to take the hard top off. Now, full disclosure, obviously when you take the hard top off without the rack here, you got a little bit more clearance to lift it up and out of the way. So when you do, if you do want to leave the rack on, obviously you have about 3 inches of clearance to lift the rack. So it's going to take a little bit more finessing, but easily can be done. And the rack is not that hard to take off at all. You got these 3 bolts here. You got some hardware here on the rear corner and then down below there. So relatively easy to take that off as well. But I've had a TJ with a very similar rack, and I would leave it on even with the top off. It's so functional because you're still fully exposed to the elements, but you actually have cargo up there to put coolers, racks, or whatever you want, because obviously there's not a lot of room in these TJs for storage. I'll show you guys the inside real quick, and then I'll start informing you guys as what we're going to do to this thing. So the inside, once again, we haven't touched it. It's insanely clean, non-smoker, full bed rug, rubber liner installed as well. But the seats, very, very clean. Dash, door, everything very clean. Upgraded sound system, automatic 4-wheel drive, obviously. 72,000 miles, and just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Jeep. That dirt is actually from my boots getting in. The carpet's super clean underneath. And then here in the back seat, very rare to find these bags. Soft top doors in there. Seats are in great condition. Keep in mind, guys, we haven't detailed this. This is the rubberized bed rug flooring, which sits on top of the factory flooring as well. So that's protected all the way down underneath the seats, wheel wells, and even in the back cargo. Upgraded speakers throughout. Got your divider right there. Part of your hardware for the soft top. See if I can walk over here. So I'm going to zoom in as best as I can. So that right there is the soft top right there. You have every single part of the soft top that you're going to need. Rear bed rug for the gate as well. I mean, these shocks are super strong. Rebound back up. This is an incredibly, incredibly nice Jeep. So, I'll go ahead and show you the passenger side. We have not touched this interior, I absolutely promise you. If anything, we made it worse by me getting in on that side with my boots earlier. But this thing is absolutely spotless. All your books and manuals and extra hardware for the top and all that stuff is included. Both keys come with the Jeep. You got your handles up here. Your padding is still on the roll cage, and as shown earlier, the bags for the doors. Nice upgraded hardware for the top to make it easy to get in and out of without the tools. Kicker speakers all the way around. Very, very, very nice Jeep. So our reconditioning, I'll tell you, so when this Jeep leaves here, this is what the Jeep is going to be. It's going to be everything you see today, but cosmetically, it's going to get a full paint correction, so the paint's going to look even better. There's really not a whole lot to do to the exterior because of how nice it's been taken care of. In full disclosure, the only thing to nitpick on this whole entire Jeep, these areas right here on the lip are from where weights have been for a while. So when weights sit there, water gets trapped in there, and this is actually a clear coat on top of this wheel is how it's designed. So that's what this is. You got a little bit of wear spots on the wheels there. Now, with that said, these wheels look really, really good on this Jeep. If you want a different set of wheels, we will be more than happy to, at cost, get you a set of wheels. We also have used wheels here that we may have some that don't have those because they were balanced with stick-on weights on the back. So that's really the only thing to even remotely discuss on this Jeep. So with that said, these wheels will stay on here unless you and I make plans otherwise. So full paint correction on the paint, so it's going to look that much better. That's really all there is to do on the exterior. Rest of the small things will get detailed, wheel wells, all that good stuff. Interior is clean, but of course we're going to detail it and do anything that it needs. The big thing service-wise, this Jeep's going to leave here with a perfect rear main seal, valve cover gasket, oil pan gasket, your ball joints, all stuff like that. Brakes are going to get serviced and looked at. Your front differential, rear differential, transfer case, and transmission's going to get serviced, and all that's going to be on the listing. So at the end of the day, this thing's going to be fully serviced, turnkey, ready to go to where you buy, you enjoy, and all you have to do moving forward is change the oil. Obviously, it's a machine. Something's going to have to get done later on, but you're not going to have to buy it and immediately get anything done to it unless it's something that you want to do yourself upgrade-wise. So make sure to go to our website if you're viewing this on YouTube at davisautosports.com to get sort of the full breakdown. I know in these videos sometimes I can sort of go on, and you may not catch everything. So just make sure you go to our website for that. So everything's been tested in the Jeep as far as AC, heat, all that functions exactly as it should. Jeep drives extremely smooth, no driveline vibrations, no tire issues. All right, guys, keep in mind this is a pre-listing video. But with that said, our pre-listings are very, very thorough. I'm sure you guys have a very clear understanding of what this Jeep is. I will tell you firsthand, and you can look at this yourself. If you look at some of our pre-listing videos on YouTube, you won't ever find the final video because they get sold. So there's no point of us doing the final video. So if you're interested in this Jeep, I will give you a piece of advice. Don't wait to see the final video or final pictures, because you just saw what the Jeep is, and with what we do to our vehicles, which is pretty well known, it's only going to be even nicer. So if you're impressed with the Jeep now, it's only going to be nicer. Once again, our website, davisautosports.com, is going to have all the information as what we're going to do to the Jeep service wise and reconditioning wise. Jeeps like this are very, very hard to come across, extremely well taken care of, nice tasteful upgrades. So this Jeep is not going to last, especially in this condition with these miles. 855-955-3377. Thank you.